Hi friends, welcome or welcome back to my channel. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Fiona and I am a full-time artist. And on this channel, I like to take you with me on my artistic journey, whether that means working on projects here in my studio, going out to see art exhibits, buying art supplies and sharing my haul with you, working on public art projects from start to finish, anything art related, I try to take you along for that. So if that sounds like something you're into, please like and subscribe. It helps me out so much and I would really appreciate it. All right, as you guys can see, I am bundled up and that is because I am starting an outdoor mural and it is November 27th. So it's quite chilly outside. I've actually never worked past October in regards to my outdoor murals. So this will be a first, but we are very well bundled up. It is currently 43 degrees outside. Not great, but it could be significantly worse. It's gonna be in the 30s the next 2 days. So it's gonna get up to like 50 today, which I will take. But anyway, we are going to figure out the weather thing. I'm sure it will be fine. But yes, I am in Bloomfield for another outdoor mural, which is fantastic. This will be my third mural in town. One, which was my design I did last year. A second one I did over the summer, which was a restoration. So I'll leave links to the vlogs of those below if you want to check them out. But this is going to be a brand new one and it will be my own design. So I'm very excited. And we are just going to get down there. Today is just going to be priming the wall and getting started. So let's head out. So you can see I have some existing colors here from previous projects I'm going to bring over to the site. But I think I'm going to do that tomorrow since today all I need is the primer. In fact, it might be today and tomorrow because it is 2 walls. But yeah, let's go over and I'm going to show you what the building looks like. Okay, here we are, bright and early. I just met with Michael, who's our Parks and Rec director, and he gave me the keys to the building, the ladder, show me the barricades. I probably actually don't even need the barricades. You can see here, it's just a lovely park. And so they revitalized like the playground and they've been fixing it up. So they just felt this rec building could use a bit of love. And I'm very happy they picked my design. I submitted it for the township when they did their open call. I don't know how many designs got submitted, but I feel very fortunate again that I've been selected. So thank you to the Bloomfield Township for giving me another opportunity here. But anyway, it's not as tall as many of the walls I've done because this is a 6-foot ladder here. So you're probably looking at about somewhere 8 to 10 feet here. It does get a bit taller at the end because it kind of slopes down, but I mean, with my baker's scaffold, it's not going to be a problem. I didn't even bother bringing that today because I'm just going to use rollers to get the primer on. But let me go up close and show you a bit more condition of the wall. So you can see here, there has been some graffiti that they just kind of went over. And you can see it's kind of just coming off here. So I'll have to do a bit of peeling back of this stuff today. And I'm not doing this top wood part here. I'm only doing the brick. That's all I've been commissioned to do. So that's where the design will be. I just have to watch where I'm walking. There's like randomly holes or stumps where trees used to be. So if the camera is a bit more shaky than usual, I apologize. The grass is extremely wet. We got like hit with a ton of rain last night. So you can even see the walls still a bit wet here. But I was worried about a frost and it looks like there isn't one, which is great because that means I can get started with the priming. But yeah, you can see here, there's like look how thick coat of paint there's already in that. But my design will also be going over the doors, airplane going overhead since we're near Newark Airport. The other thing that I had noticed, there's some vines growing, which I think the guys are gonna come and like tear down for me later here. And then there's like a gigantic crack and a hole here, which I just spoke to Michael about, and he said that they're not repairing that. So that is what it is. It'll be in the middle of the design. So, you know, we'll try and work the design around it a bit, however I can. But yeah, so I would say this is my largest mural because it's 2 entire walls, but it's definitely not the tallest, but probably in terms of feet, the largest, since it's so long, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I'm excited to get started. The other unfortunate thing I learned is since we're getting started so late, they had actually awarded this to me in October, but I was completely booked through till today, November 27th. So this was the earliest start date I could do. And yeah, so all the bathrooms are winterized, so your girl's gonna have to find a nearby bathroom. I know if I cross through the park into the other side, there's stores on the main street, because yeah, Andre will be taking the car occasionally. He's away for these few days, so I have the car, but when he's back, we're gonna have to juggle that. But I think that's my biggest hurdle is the bathroom situation. And also, since the building's winterized, there's no water, so I'm gonna have to like get a bucket of water and bring it with me, but it's not too far of a drive, so I should be okay. So this is the other side of the building. So I just unlocked this, and I'm gonna store my stuff in here. I might actually put Michael's ladder away and just use my own today because it has like a little shelf. And then here's the building, so I can store paints and other things in here if need be. So yeah, I think there's a light in here. Oh, that's been on and there's no lights on. Oh, it's kind of coming on. But anyway, we can see the lights are on in here. So they just store stuff back here, so I could at least store scaffold painting stuff. But it's not a bad building in here. Yep. Oh, rogue paintbrush. All right, so I'm gonna bring some stuff in here and just keep what I need outside, just so you can see better where everything's locked up. And then I just have to come around, go in here, and there I am right there. So here's my supplies. I got a big 4-gallon of primer because I was going to get like 4 gallons individually, and then this is like just short of 5, and so that made sense money wise. I brought my own ladder. Michael has his too. I might have well, Chris is coming later in the week, and then he might bring a friend, so I figured additional ladders are always good. And then I have my trays, my rollers, these, which are going to be very helpful today, and just a bunch of supplies. All right, guys, I'm taking this brush and just filling in the bottom as best as I can. I have about probably one more hour before I lose sunlight. Unfortunately, I had planned to finish rolling, but the team that was meant to remove the vines haven't come. So I'll probably be back here tomorrow. And then, like I said, I'm going to take the brush and probably do along the top. I think I'm just going to get to do along the bottom now and then take the time to clean up before it gets dark. But yeah, this is what it's like working in the winter time. Winter? Is it still fall? Winter? Anyway, this time of year, you don't get as much daylight. I have to say, every time, priming day is the hardest day because you're doing the entire thing, whereas typically when I'm working on a mural, like after the composition's in, it's like you're doing sections of it. You're not doing the entire thing. So it's pretty rough physically, but it's gonna be good. It's always exciting to have a fresh wall to work on. But yeah, I'll come and finish doing the priming tomorrow. In some spots I might do a second hit if I have the time and the primer anyway. But yeah, I will see you guys back here tomorrow. Bye.
Now, as temps tumble, you want to stay underground. Really, I mean, you're going to want to navigate underground because it's going to be cold and blustery. We're fighting a flake or two, but again, one or two. The almanac, interesting. 55 the high for today. That was at midnight. 39 is the normal low. You just want to have some fun with 39 because 39 is going to be the high on Wednesday.
Man.
See what I mean? Everything's upside down.
Good morning, guys. It's so hard to get up. Priming day just kills my hands. They're so sore. Anyway, I have an email that some guys are going to be down there this morning to pull the vines off the wall, I think. So that's great. Oh, it's 8 a.m. There's the sun out, which makes me feel like I'm already late, but I thought I would go for like 9 today, and I don't think I'll need to stay until 4, and I can come back a bit early, rest a bit more, and then tomorrow I'm gonna do the color chart and buy all the paints. And then Thursday we sketch in the composition, and then we're kind of off to the races. I would have liked to have done it sooner, but Chris has the battery pack for the projector, and he's not available till Thursday night. So that is the plan. I just have to figure out how to get out of bed. Oh my god, like my wrist is so swollen. Oh my god. Both wrists. And then I did take my medication for my spondyloarthropathy last night, so I always have like a hangover a little bit for that. So anyway, I am going to get up and get ready and head over there. So I just unpackaged some thermals that arrived. So this is like a turtleneck. Thermal. And then I got these pants that are supposed to be heat tech, and they're like fuzzy lined. And I think I'm gonna rock these today. Normally when I get something in the mail, I would wash it first, but I'm just gonna go wear these. I might even wear heat tech under this because it's pretty cold today. But yeah, gotta dress for the occasion. Yeah, this is good. This is really, really warm. I feel a little Stay Puft Marshmallow Man when I have two layers on, but this is good. Good morning, wall. So let's see how the primer dried in. I'm not sure if you guys are picking this up on the mic. I'm sure you are. It is very windy today, so just something for me to keep in mind. Yeah, primer seemed to dry in all right. I'm not too worried about cracks like this because, like I said, there was a layer of gray primer underneath this. This was just to give myself a fresh coat. Then the paint that I choose also has primer in it, and it will be sealed. So let's go see if the guys came earlier and removed the vines for me. Yay! Oh my gosh, look how clean that wall looks. It's a thing of beauty, I tell ya. This is a thing being near Newark Airport constantly. Airplanes going overhead. Look at that. It's kind of interesting to see like the remnants of where it was. But yep, this sort of stuff I'll do my best to scrub off. It's pretty on there pretty good though. So I'll probably just have to go over it, which you can see that's why I had to do it with parts here that I couldn't quite completely pull off. So anyway, that's how it be. Nature does take over when a building is left for a few years. But primer's looking good, and I sent some files to Chris today since he's working on the Projector business for me. So I'm feeling good. So before I jump into today's priming, I'm going to take you guys over to my other mural that's nearby here, because I was yesterday like on the ladder and I noticed, I'm like, you can pretty much like see the back of where it would be. So I'm gonna walk you over there so you can see how close it is. So she still looks really, really good. Looks like I painted it yesterday. It's been over a year since I did this. I did this in October of last year. So yeah, just over a year, and looks like I painted it yesterday. Like, look at this. This is why, for me, when I do these outdoor exterior projects that are going to be subject to the elements and who else knows what with the water damage and such. Like, there was water damage up here, and you can see like the curve of it here, but it's like that's not water damage, like that's glare right there. So I mean, I'm impressed. Yeah, springing for high quality exterior paint and making sure it's sealed really well. Just like it just looks like I painted it yesterday. I'm amazed. But anyway, if you guys come down at any point to see the other mural, you can stop by and see this one too. Hit both in one go. All right, I'm gonna get back over and finish the priming. Okay friends, I took a lovely lunch break for the last hour, and now I've come up to do my color chart. I was actually planning to do this tomorrow, but I have the afternoon. So this is a design. So that's one side, and this is the other side. So lots of yellow and blues, and what I wanted to do was actually see what I still have on hand, because I have a decent amount of these yellows. I'm probably like, you know, like a quarter can each. So I just want to go through, see what I have, see what I could bring. This is like practically full. So I feel like that'll definitely do for these 2 pieces and these little pieces. So I think I'm good when it comes to like the pink color. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna look at what I have, and then whatever I don't have, I'm gonna place an order for, and then maybe I can pick those up tomorrow morning and be all set for the paint. Also, Chris, evidence. I've made 2 copies because he always yells at me because I make 1 color chart for myself, and then he's always bugging me to see it. So I did it. I made 2 copies. Be proud of me. I have my leftover coffee from this morning that I just reheated, a seltzer. So we're good to go. Let's do some color charting. Okay. So this is Baby Girl. It's an exterior flat. This is a 100% yes. And then I need a bunch of different greens. What do I have left in here? Not very much. That looks pretty solid, actually. Oh, actually, it's okay. Black forest green. I wonder. Let's do a little experimenting. Maybe in here. Sometimes I try combining the paints, but I don't know. It's just not quite. This is salsa. That's salsa. So you're something else. Hi. This is what I have to show you. It's got little ears on it. It's kind of messed up on the top, but that's okay. This was a Amazon purchase, so my face will stay warm, but it's still cute. What do we think? Keeping hot. Good morning, friends. Another day here. I am currently going to test out the projector. I know I've brought it up a few times, so I don't really know anything about projectors, so I'm gonna spend some time this morning to see if I can get this to work. Let's try it. So I guess the first thing I can do is put the batteries in. That would be helpful. Here's the instructions. So I had to buy this to hook up to my laptop. Here. Okay. And then this is the projector. So it's an Epson. I'll put the details in the description. This needs to get plugged in. Oh, the blue power buttons come on. The power's gone on for it. It's kind of bright in here. I wonder if I have to like maybe go in the hallway here to try it out. Well, we'll see. Turn on your computer and plug the projector in until the projector turns blue. Done. Push on the remote control. Of course, they're mowing my lawn and I have my dishwasher on, so it's as loud as possible. But look! So that's the background of my computer. So that's a good start. Wow, it's really bright in here, and look how strong that is. Okay. Design. I mean, I just have to figure out how to scale it. But I mean, it's not really coming up on camera. There we go. But like, that's pretty crispy. So I guess I would just have to pull back for the wall itself. I suppose a better test would be if I could project it all the way to the other side of the room. She's big! This is all good news. So I suppose the idea will be we get this design on the wall, and this is where I'm gonna have to like do tracing. But I mean, up close, yeah, you can see all the pixels and stuff, but that's perfectly fine. It's just to sort of rough in that type. Yes! This is so cool. And I'm pretty pumped now, because I was stressing a bit about having to create that stencil. Not that it's difficult necessarily, it's just like more labor intensive and my hands really hurt. So this will be cool. This will be cool to try out. Nice. Whew. One thing resolved. Okay, so I just picked up a few gallons of paint that I needed in some of the new colors. You can see everything is back here. I undoubtedly will have to come get more paint, but it's enough to get me started. What's concerning is the gentleman there were like, "You're not paying this now, are you?" And I said, "Yeah, I am. I have to." And they were like, "You know, there's problems with binding if you get under 40 degrees. Today is 36. And I mean, I'm definitely teetering around the 40 degree mark. Like some days we're at 36 and some days we get up to 45. So it's concerning, but there's not really much I could do about it at this point. I mean, the primer set, but the primer had a bit of a lower temp. It was 32. So yeah, I've never had to paint in these conditions, so we're gonna see how it goes. But for now, I'm gonna go drop all the paints off at the building because they said don't store it in your car. Ay. So it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Also, what I'm thinking is I might have the person that seal it come in the spring instead. I know that's risky, but if there's no point in him sealing it now and it doesn't work, and then it gets all messed up anyway and I'd have to redo it. So at least if I get the design in now, then I could touch it up in the spring for any of the parts that maybe don't bind, and then have him come. But we'll see. All right, I will see you guys tomorrow when the composition's going up. All right, we're out here, and we're gonna try this projector. I think it's gonna work. Tall boy. All right, let's try this. Okay, all was going well, but then the battery bank Chris brought didn't have a charge, so now I'm driving his car to Home Depot. Back in business. Well, at least now we don't have to worry about the battery running out. Back in business. So we had like five cop cars show up on us.
The police pull up.
Yep, that's because they're like, "Why are you working so late?" And I'm like, "Good question." Anyway, back to it. I think it looks good. So, yep, that's us. Sketched everything in. I don't know what time it is.
I think it's 1
a.m. But 2 a.m. There you go. But we did it. We overcame all the difficulties, and now the whole thing is ready for us to start blocking in. So we're gonna go get a few hours of sleep, and we'll be back tomorrow. Good night. Good morning, good people.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
God, this guy. So we are heading back to the mural. It's what, like 9:45.
Yeah,
so we got a few hours of sleep, and the weather keeps changing. It's like, you're good all day, JK, it's gonna rain in an hour. So I don't know what will happen. We'll just take it as it comes. But if we can get some of the large swatches in, that would be a good start. So we're gonna go do that. Worth it. Worth the struggle, worth the drama, worth all of it. No sacrifice, no victory, no guts, no glory. Big hype. This is great. This is gonna be cake now. All right, let's get some paints. Okay, it has started to rain, so we are going to take a break for lunch, and if the rain lets up, we'll come back. If not, we'll see you tomorrow. Morning, friends. I'm back at the wall. We had rain yesterday, so it ran. I thought that we might have been okay because we have an overhang here, but the other thing is it has been 24 hours since I was here, and look at this. It's completely wet. So my worst nightmare was that the paint would not bind, and that's exactly what has happened. So today we have a 50-degree day, which is good. That should lend itself to helping the paint bind, but the conditions are very wet. The wall is very wet. So and this is like a break between storms. So today is good, but at 3 a.m. Tomorrow morning it's going to start bucketing, and it's going to be bad. So I'm thinking when Chris gets here, if we take a run to Home Depot and buy a large tarp, it might benefit us to lay a tarp across this thing and just try and protect it from the elements as best as we can. But yeah, I'm not even going to lie. I'm extremely disheartened. I knew the numbers that the paint would potentially not bind at a certain point, but to actually see it is a whole different reality, right? So, you know, I'm gonna have my coffee and self-preservation a bit and jump in, because as I said, today is a warmer day. And then if we can cover this thing, maybe that gives it time to cure. This is what I'm dealing with. We did it.
It's
Tarp.
in the car.
Tarp. Okay, we are back from Home Depot. Here's the plan. We got 100 feet. 10 feet should be sufficient for this. And I think 100 feet we can wrap it back around. So we can do one and then a second. We got a staple gun, because I think I have one, but it's in Princeton. So we just got one. Got the staples. And we got this to actually measure, because we're always asking ourselves the size of these walls that we work on. So we got that. And this is my receipt, because now I'm broke. But anyway, we're going to attempt to staple this clear tarp across here. And then, like I said, loop it back. So you kind of get 2 layers. And then we might have to weigh it down with something. But that is the plan. We'll see how this goes. Using the police barricades to push the tarp out so I can get in here. But good news, it's dry. It's dry. My hands aren't clean, so it doesn't work. But there you go, clean part, clean. So I think the tarp's gonna seal in some of the moisture. Good times, good times. Chris has disappeared. Oh, where could Chris be?
Hello.
Yo.
In the trees.
Well, don't go too far.
Stapling right here.
Okay.
Like at least like it'll get a solid steel, and then I'm gonna cut down here.
Thank God I have insurance. Chris is up here fortifying the tarp with more staples, and he's putting a couple hammer and nails in there as well. As you can see, we did another layer of the dark green. We started getting some to the light green, and then I worked on more of the teal lettering, but I never got to finish this part today. But the sun is setting, so it will be dark. Tomorrow is going to be bucketing. I might bring myself down here though to just make sure the tarp isn't flying away. We're gonna do our best to weigh things down, but I will see you guys here next time. Peace. What? Oh, the cop showed up again? They literally have someone with a paintbrush on it. Hilarious. Moment of truth. I've pulled the barricades back. This was from last week. When I left, it was still quite wet. Looks good. This is good. And then I can't remember whether Chris did this part or not, but a little. This is what I'd done last week. All good. This is encouraging. And yep, you can see nothing has ran with the work I did. Running my hand across here. Yes, good, 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 good. Okay, now see, I know Chris did this part. Oh, so yeah, where the moisture's getting in, it's not binded. Yeah, but see, even the wall's wet here, but it is binded. So it's just, I guess, pockets where there's a lot of moisture coming out of the wall yet. Like the wall's quite wet here. And yeah, the tarp is very, very wet. So I think the move was to do this because, yeah, it looks like just along the bottom is really what got hit the worst. So maybe if I finish that today, we have dry weather for basically an entire week. The next time we're expected any rain is Sunday. This is dry too. This is dry. So, because it seems like, yeah, everything above stayed really nicely, no problem. So, yeah, the ground area is the problem child because of the wet weather. But I'll do that first, and you know, if I get that done, then at least it gives it the most amount of days to cure before our next bout of rain. But okay, seems like the tarp method worked. All right, let's jump in. All right, I've just wrapped up the last of the pink, and it's just about 4 o'clock, so I'm going to get my stuff packed away for the day, as I'll very quickly lose sunlight. I had wanted to attack the green as well today, but I'm glad at least the orange and the pink are in a place that I hope they can begin to cure. I noticed the first part I did at the end is dry for the most part, but now it's starting to slow down as the day's cooling off. So I guarantee this part will still be a bit wet when I show up tomorrow morning, but that's okay. Because like I said, it'll still be dry in terms of weather, so I think it'll be able to cure. And then I'm going to tackle this tomorrow, get that all squared away, and if there's any time, maybe I can start to do the flowers. But that's it for today. See y'all tomorrow. Good morning. Look at my transitions. These are my new glasses. That's pretty cool. Anyway, back at the wall, and let's take a look at how things went overnight. I just pulled out the barricades, so I think it'll be wet at the end, but I don't know. Let's go find out. All right, well, let's start with here, where it was pretty good yesterday. Good. Let's try the pink. Good. But this part at the end was the part where I was like, I bet it's not gonna bind. It was probably too cold by the time I finished yesterday, but you never know. Oh, hey. Girlfriend binded. This is good news, y'all. Awesome. All right, let's get started with all of this business down here then, because that's gonna take a while to set in, and I wanna do that. This is why I'm a silly person, because I'm going to spend a lot of time painting this blue, and it's so close to the white. Good morning, friends. I'm currently in my studio getting ready to head down to the wall, and it is supposed to be very, 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 very cold. So I'm like going to wrap up the best I can, and see how far I get. Hopefully I can do a full day. Hopefully it's warm under the tarp. It is sunny, so I find that underneath that it warms it up, but today and tomorrow is going to be even colder. Yeah, they said it's going to feel like low 30s, so wish me luck. I'll see you out there. All right, back again. Everything from yesterday is dried in. Even that blue that I started at the end of my day is dry. This is all dry, which is great. So I think my plan today is to do the blue as far as I can reach. And then I'm gonna leave to Chris to do the top when he comes on Friday. But I think if I can do around the type with the blue, then I can go and get this type filled in, and that'll be the plan. My hope is to get this wall done by this time next week. So anywho, let's get to it. We're going with the small roller today because it was pretty good when I was doing the teal part, so I think I'm gonna do the same for the background. Although honestly, if I had it my way, I would do another coat of the teal to look more like see how this is here? You can see where it really started rolling when you're up close. See how it's a bit patchier? That's the one thing about the rollers I'm not in love with. But I think since I'm using a blue that's fairly light and close-ish to the white in some degree, it might not show as much as this. But yeah, I might have to hit that teal again. We'll see. It's like when you're far away, it's not really that noticeable. So, all right, if I can get this on here. Oh, go on. There we go. Done. Let's get rolling. Hi friends, back at the mural. Yesterday was a day off since it was snowing. I have Chris here with me today. He's getting the barricades all set up. There doesn't seem to be any wind, which is very good because that was so frustrating the other day. But also everything is dried in quite nicely, so it's coming together and it's looking to be a nice day. I'm like warm already in these layers, so I think it's gonna be a good one. Let's get into it. right, Chris and I are wrapping up for the day. We made good headway today. How you feeling, brother? Where is it?
G50, you already know.
Stupid.
I don't even know if that's the name of the plane or not.
Okay. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Back again. Let us in. Look in here. I can't see in here. Anything?
There's not much in there.
Okay.
So the engine parts. We got a chain,
See, I knew there was a chain.
but it looks stiff as fuck. That might be frozen.
Oh,
See how
is that possible? Wow.
random billiards triangle.
I feel like we're in one of those zombie movies.
Christmas lights.
Trying to find.
Halloween decoration.
That is creepy. Whoa.
You said that is creepy. You should move that on the bottom.
We're currently trying to find some rope or chain or something that we can use to weigh down the tarp because there's a storm coming tomorrow.
If we use like these goalpost things, like unless we like lock them together somehow.
Yeah.
Even then they're pretty light.
No, we need something heavy.
Yeah.
But
That thing, it looks like there's mostly like liquids.
all right, so I guess we're gonna have to go buy something then. Because yeah, there's a storm coming tomorrow, and we don't want the tarp to fly away.
What is that thing right there?
So we found these. We're gonna try and stick them in the ground and then attach a rope to it. We'll see. Someone brought us chocolate and granola bars. This is so sweet. Okay, we're done for today. We have to wrap up early because of that storm. We're gonna go to Home Depot, get some stuff, and get it all fixed up. Situated. I will see you guys next week. Pray for it.
Thank you.